Students issue a class complete survey which you then use to analyze if there is a difference in these wages. So that's what he's asking, right? Is there a difference between the mean wages and the female wages and the male student wages?
Yeah.
So the null is that they're equal to each other, right? And the alternative is just that they're not useful. So they're different.
Yeah. Click data. Maybe it's look like a. Would have to be a random.
What?
So it'd have to be a random sample, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
For the
do
data
apply
collection.
that they teach in this section anyway.
Are you saying for collect the data?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be a simple random or random sample. And then so there's got to be a pretty large number or sample size. And then what he did, so I'm sure they did both of those, and then we'll assume that they did both of those, and then that it was taken by just a math professor. The short paragraph uses summary statistics to start the data. After the paragraph, enter appropriate well-labeled graph. Okay. So, what is the best way to analyze this graph? So, do you just collect well, we just want the gender and the wages, right? Or just the wages, really.
Yeah.
So until 96 is female. Sorry, it's just opening up the SPSS here. Has it been a pretty good week so far?
Oh yeah. about yours? Have you been having a good week?
Yeah, it's been really cold out here actually. It's kind of been a weird spring for us. Like, it keeps getting warm. Like yesterday was 85 and it was awesome and I got sunburned. And then today was like 50 with rain all day. So, just life is so hard. Just kidding. It's totally fine. It's just throws you off. And especially because we work outside. It's like, whoa, this is really rainy. But it's been good.
Hmm.
Okay, copying the mails. Weird, I had a few. Oh, they must be unemployed. Okay, so there's a few of them that don't have a wage, a salary. Are
Yeah, I
they supposed
noticed.
to, are they supposed to be included?
Hmm.
I also was noticing that one girl has a, she must be the highest, but she gets paid $26 an hour
Oh,
from South Africa.
yeah.
And so I was like, I wonder if we'll learn about outliers soon or anything, you know what I mean? I think that will be.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, yeah, I guess, I don't know, I guess we could include them and just see. We could maybe compare our answers afterwards and see if they included them too.
Why is an equal amount?
Is there not?
I mean, like an equal amount of blank spots. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, here, I'll look at the guys if you want to look at the girls. Well, there's definitely more girls anyway than guys, but,
Oh, are there more girls?
well, I don't know with or without the blank spots, but at least they fill in 95 spots and the guys only fill in 88 with that including all the blanks. Let me see here.
Let's see. Yeah, there's less males.
Yeah, there's not a lot of blank spots for the boys either. There's only 3 so far.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's just 3, and then there's all the ones tell. Do you know how many there are for girls?
There's 91.
There's 91 total. Yeah, that would give me 85 for boys if we deleted the blank spot. Huh.
I
Well,
wonder because it doesn't have a zero. I mean, when I copy and pasted it, it doesn't put a zero in there. So I wonder what it does with it.
oh yeah, because it's just blank.
Yeah, it's just blank.
Kind of like at the very bottom, the guys is just blank too. Like, I wonder if it would count the boys to 96 as well, or if the software would, you know what I mean, what the software would do.
Yeah, because it's just there's like no value. So I wonder if he even takes it into account.
Yeah. Well, maybe for now, my guess would be to just do it as it is and see and follow however the software reads it. Just because they haven't said to do anything else. You know what I mean? I feel like they would say.
Of
And
course.
and there's the answer sheet for the preparation, so we could always look on there and see if we're anywhere the same.
hmm Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so when we analyze it, we just take, let's see, explore. Oh, interesting.
But wait a minute. Technically, he didn't do a random sample, right? Because he got data from everyone in his class, right?
Oh, that's all he did. Let me go back and read it. It's like slow scroll up.
Oh no, this says BYU students.
The students from his class completed a survey. Yeah, that is true. I don't think that's very random.
It's kind of more convenient.
Yeah, definitely more. Yeah, that's exactly.
He's not. I don't know. I don't think he'll force anybody to take the survey.
Yeah, and then it's just voluntary. I would say, you know how they usually have us sum it up at the bottom? They're going to say, this is what we found, but it wasn't a simple random sample, so it's probably not something that
Yeah. I guess
count
we put for. I think it's number G. Probably put
on.
collection of samples questionable. I don't know.
It even says under 4, make inference. There's a part A, and then part B says, are the requirements met for this test?
Oh yeah, that's the one.
And we say, no, they're not.
Even I did Instagram for the data for the women's. I guess the
Uh,
women's page, and it looks slightly skewed.
okay.
It's
Hey,
like
and also,
right
oh, go ahead. So I haven't gotten so far as a histogram yet, but I was just noticing that when you analyze the data in Explore, it gives you the first box as it's valid. It has N is 91, and then the total is 95, and then so it actually like states how many are
mhm.
active. I just thought it was interesting.
Let's see.
Okay, let me get when I do the analyze. Let me see if I can get. Hey, sweetheart. Okay, that's histogram. Okay, I think I can't remember if I did. I think I did the girls too. It does look a little bit. The girls does look pretty skewed to the. That'd be like it's skewed more towards 5-ish, between
Uh,
5 and 10. So it's a right tail or right skewed. Is that how you say it?
yeah, it looks slightly skewed. It's like I made a QQ plot for that the wages for the women. That it's that.
Hold on, let me look at this
I don't know if you can see it too well, but
Oh, I can. That's cool. So that's not very normal, is it?
yeah, it's probably not normal. It might
Because
it
they
probably
taught us normal. It's just like a very straight line. That was all they
yeah,
mentioned.
it's not a straight line.
Yeah.
So I don't know what does the answers sheet say about that
For what one I can look
for
at.
about the requirements.
Okay. It says are the requirements met. The sample size is large enough for each sample so that we can assume normality. but it was not a simple random sample. So they're saying that we could assume that it was normal just because the sample size is big enough, but it wasn't a simple random sample, so technically it's
But
not.
did the central limit theorem assume that it was a random sample was being taken?
What? Say it one more time.
Did the central limit theorem, did it assume that you're taking a random sample, like a large random sample?
I think so. So I think the central limit theorem was saying that either the population has to be normal, or you have to have a large enough population. And when you have over n, a sample size over n, then it is always normal. But then it's kind of funny because it does mention that like as you get really close to the population, it'll be like the population, but they just say.
Oh yes, that's right. It's the sample means. Well, that distribution would be one.
What?
Okay.
So, okay, going back to, I haven't done the men's yet. Have you done that?
No.
Analyze, explore.
Definitely does not look normal.
Yeah, that is pretty solid. One looks like very. Whoa, someone almost makes 100. How did I not do that?
Wonder who that is.
I know. Holy.
Why does he go to college?
Yeah, exactly. That was my next question. Also, n equals 85, so when they do this, they only use the ones that have it. Sorry, I have been yawning like since I woke up this morning, so hopefully you don't start yawning either, but I can't not stop. So anyway, so they don't use the ones with zeros in it, but yeah, seriously, man, that kid is rich. It's interesting. They don't even seem that far, like spread out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, probably should copy this and put it to.
It normal as well. I mean,
What?
you can see that from the histogram by a QQ plot, and it's definitely not normal as well. So
Oh, here, do you have it on the screen? Can you show me on the screen again?
yeah. There it is.
Oh yeah, kind of looks like histogram. Perfect, thank you.
So
Okay, so going back to the question that we're in. So, okay, something too, because I pulled up the answer sheet to compare to see if what we were getting was accurate. So when on our histogram, it tells us the mean, the standard deviation, and n. And for the men, I got the mean was 11.94, which is on the answer sheet. The standard deviation is the same as the answer sheet. And then n, though, instead of being 85, they did 88, so as many as were originally put on there. So they did count all the zeros, which I find interesting because that should change the mean. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that would be the question. But I guess
we'll
you
see what they get.
what?
So I guess we'll have to see what they get, maybe.
What do you mean? They?
Oh, I mean like on the answer sheet.
That is the answer sheet. Like they got the same mean and standard deviation as us, but instead of using n equals 85, they got 88. So I guess so. I wonder if they just do it on. They just take what the program tells you for mean and standard deviation, but then when you do n, you just put it as 88, even though they divided by 85 to get the answer.
Uh-huh.
That would be a question I would have for the teacher.
Hmm.
Maybe if I ever make it to your office hour, I'll try to do that maybe next week or something. Or just email her. But anyway, that's good to know. And keep that in mind that they do count in for all of them, although the calculations are different.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the next type, what type of hypothesis test is appropriate? Well, because there's two separate groups and they don't depend on each other, it would be the one that we just learned about, right? Independent one. Okay. Are the requirements met? No, which is I'm glad last you got that. And then compute the test statistic. So, analyze. Is it at the 95% that we're doing this one?
Out of 95%?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. This isn't doing, so I did the independent samples test on the SPSS. Are you doing it that way too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just put both my variables into the test variables, and it won't let me hit OK.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing too. What doesn't need a what is a grouping variable? Maybe I'll look it up on that book. Yeah.
I wonder if that's what. Okay, let's go out to the book here. Hey, one. Hey, Chad. What are you doing? What are you doing? Nothing. I had an idea for dessert, but I'll tell you about it later. Uh huh. Good. Half the price. Okay. Okay, so this is what I was reading a little bit in the section 3.1.1, the automatic recode instructions. It says before you learn how to do this, you need to learn how to, if you form an automatic recode. An automatic recode is useful because it allows us to convert names of our group members to numbers. This simplifies entering the data in SPSS and solves potential problems with the older versions of the software. You can recode these values as numbers, and you only need to enter the number for each group. Move the grouping label gender into a box variable under new name. Anyway, it's mentioned somewhere in here. All the values of the grouping variable will be coded as numbers. So I think I have to do something like that, but I'm not sure. Oh, actually, underneath that, there's SPS as instructions under the hypothesis test.
Tells you to organize your data. So the column gives the data values, and the other column tells which group it is in.
What?
I guess you're supposed to arrange it all in one column.
In a whole nother column?
I guess you're supposed to arrange it into the same column.
What is, sorry, what do you mean by that? I wonder if there's a video on it. There's a short minute video on it. Sorry, I won't explain it for you.
What? Let's see what you just do. Organize your data so that one column gets data values and another column tells which group it is in. Perform an automatic recode so that 1 and Jen is group 2.
So I'm just watching this video on mute, and it looks like what he did was he just copied the psi road have pretty much, I think, female, 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 male, 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 and then on the other, like in the next column, he had all the numbers, and then the group, I think that the computer automatically.
So are we supposed to recode into the same variables? Is that? that what it's supposed to do?
Custom what?
Recode. Oh no, it's automatic recode. That's what it was. Oh.
Do you know where you go to automatically recode?
Yeah, you go to transform, and then right below recode into different variables, there's automatic recode.
Mm.
Oh, that's what we're supposed to do.
Me neither.
Uh, okay, I think I have it. Maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, basically you just put it into the same column. Then when you recode it, it puts it into ones and twos.
Okay, and how did you recode it? Because I was trying to, but now I have the where I can't hit OK again.
So you go to automatic recode, and then let's see. So you insert both of them in there, and then you name one
What
group.
the for and like both? Sorry, when you say insert,
So you already recoded it.
no, I
Right?
haven't. And so I was wondering, like, so what I did is I recopied all the data in, and I just did the line of male and females, and then another column of all the wages. Is that what you did, or did you
Oh
do?
yeah, that's what I did.
Okay,
So
so did
then
you?
Yeah,
So what was that? So I have the data. I have the male and female column or the wage column. So did you move the male and female over into the string variable, the output variable box?
yeah, I kept the females and the males into the same column. So for that, I put that in the same column. And then for the wages, with for female and male wages, I put into another column.
Uh-huh. And then when you went to go recode, did you put the male female column into the like changing box or whatever?
Yeah.
And then did you do name? Like did you do just the output variable right there? Or I went to old and new values and I was trying to do it from there.
Yeah, you have to do that just so it knows, because when it recodes it, call it that, whatever you decide to name it.
Okay. So I did female to 1 and male to 2 and I hit continue. But I still can't hit OK.
Hmm.
Let
You
me show you. Let me
variable?
see if I can do a screen share. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Alright, I can do this part. Screen share. Okay, I'll just have to do my full screen. Okay, so here it is here. So, sorry I have so many variables, but these two, this is the male female column and this is the wages. So I just did this one over. And I did, right here, I did value f and I changed it to 1. Then value n and I changed it to 2. Oops. Does that look about what you did?
I didn't have to do that at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you do from here?
Let's see. Oh wait a minute, go back. Wait a minute. Your screen looks a little different. I mean, the one you
Oh,
have.
really? Okay, here, I'll just show
Oh
you.
yeah, you have recode into different variables.
Oh, so into same variables.
Just go to automatic recode.
Oh, okay, hold on. Transform. Oh, the next one down. And then did you just do 1? Or did you have to do it? Oh, this would be
Yeah, that's just the program will call it. The new name.
oh. Okay. So then I go over here. Oh, darn it. Okay. I am.
I think it gave you 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, and I think it's because I have, when I copied it, I put gender at the very top, like I had a label.
Uh,
I wonder why that won't call it there. It's just being slow. Anyway, so see how on the top here I have, oh, I clicked it too many times, it kind of was freezing up. Anyway, I have a big gap at the very top. So I'm just going to try to just shift them up 1. Okay.
For what I ended up doing, I put both of them in there, and it automatically gave me, I think, 1s and 2s.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it did it for the 2s and 3s, and it gave me a 1 as well. It's kind of freezing. Here, I'll take it off screen share and see if that will kind of quicken things up really quick. Okay, let me see if this helps. It's not frozen anymore. It keeps freezing, and then as soon as I try to click it again, it like does exactly what I wanted it, and then unclicks it. Because I'm like moving my mouse around. Okay, there we go. Control X. Okay. All right. I think I've figured it out. There. Oh God. Don't get that. Okay. So just going back to this thing here. Don't save it. Just close it. Okay, so computing the test statistic. Oh, that's why we did this whole thing, was to go back and try to figure that out. It always gives me a 1, 2, and a 3. I keep redoing it over and over, and oh, I know why. So, bless you.
Thank you. So,
Oh, well.
so you put the wage information, and then you
Yeah, I
put
found
it.
out. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So you put in wage information, which has the, male and female wages, right?
Uh-huh.
And
What I
then
just. Oh, go ahead.
and then for the next one, I guess the second group, it has the male and female. I guess they correspond to the male and female wages, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Um, this is weird. The only thing is that it looks like for some reason there was a period at the very end of one of the wages, or a 0, and it counted. Oh, why would it do that?
This is what I did anyway.
Let's see if I can watch yours.
So let's see. This first group is referring to this right here.
The females.
And at the bottom is the males.
How did you get deviation and gen on there?
That's just what it referred to it as. So I just named it that as well.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, it's just like their example. Okay, so
So
what's the group 1 then?
that I don't know what it is that, but the group 2 is the one I wanted. It took these the gen values, and gave it a 1 and a 2.
Okay. So, because on mine, I just did the gender ones, and I just gave it an extra 1, which is like, why did it do that? But, I could go back and redo it. It's just kind of like, man, that's taking forever.
Huh.
So will you show me, maybe we can just do for right now until I think I'm going to have to delete it and then like clear it and redo it. So will you just show me now how we do a test statistic on the software once we figure out how to automatically recode?
Okay. So you do that, and then you go to analyze, compare means, independent sample t-test. And so you have that, so you put the test value, I guess the actual like wages, in for the test value, and then the grouping variables you put into this lower box. And once you put it in, then you have to press define groups, and then they define,
1 and 2.
one means, group 1 or whatnot. And I can't remember how I did it, but
I think I saw the example there. Like you just click it, right?
define group. Oh yeah, that's right. Group 1 is 1, and group 2 is 2.
Okay, that makes sense. So then for mine, I could have done 2 and 3.
Click that, and yeah, then it gave me this window. So
Okay. What's F?
I don't know what F is, but I mean it gives you degrees of freedom. I'm not sure what equal variance is, not assumed.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure what that is, but I need to look up in the book to make sure. But
Well, I would think you would want to do the assumed one just because the degrees of freedom is more like what we've been using.
yeah.
But yeah, it does give you 2 separate things.
And I looked up the answer, and it's actually this right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Same for degrees of freedom.
Yeah, same. The only thing was, I think, like you were saying earlier, like the blank spots, you're supposed to put a 0
Uh,
because they actually had a little more. I think I think they had like 88 and like 95.
well, I wonder because because what I think is interesting is like for the boys, they on the answer sheet it has n equals 88, but then their mean is 11.935, which is solved with the 85. So
Yeah, I don't know.
there's some gaps, but I guess you just try to figure out whatever your pattern is to make sure that we get it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So do we want to try out the quiz for now, or do you want to finish? I guess we haven't finished on the question.
We can do whatever. I mean, that's most of it anyway, I think. Really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes the confidence interval for you, so I mean, not really much to that. I mean, really, the last part is it kind of varies upon the person, like how exactly they would word it. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know if she'll ask you questions like that. I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe on the test, but I think we can do it.
Like I'm
Okay.
kind of worried because on the programs is equal variance is assumed and equal variance is not assumed. And let me look that up. Oh, okay. So yeah, in this course, it says it somewhere. I forget. Oh, it's right. Right where it tells you how to, like how to use the automatic recode and stuff like that. At the bottom, it says in this course, we will always conduct the analysis using the equal variances not assumed row.
Oh, there you go. That's simple.
So you always choose the bottom one for this course
Okay.
anyway. Uh, do you think we're ready to take the quiz now?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Let's see.
Huh. I think for 3 it's AMD, right?
Yeah,
You're supposed to
that's
take
it.
a random sample, but
Yeah.
the answer sheet for the last problem said that a random sample was taken. So, well, I guess you still have to check for it anyway.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it's kind of a funny one because I think if I actually remember, and I could totally be making this up, but just something just popped in my head. I think in high school I remember that we would do the test, but then we would write an explanation about whether the requirements were met or not, and sometimes you would have to like compensate.
Hmm.
So maybe we haven't gone far enough for that, but yeah, at least we can know what requirements should be met, whether or not they are. Okay, the test statistic for a hypothesis test comparing two means of the independent sample is t, right?
Yeah, I think it's a t-score.
Two samples are independent if
I
no,
think
it has
it's the
nothing
one.
to do.
I think it's the one that says knowing which subjects are in group 1 tells you nothing about which subjects would be in group 2.
I agree. That's what I was thinking too. Okay, here comes the fun part. Here's the value to the software. Don't we have to recode them though?
Let's see. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, sorry. Yay, this is 1 and 2. Too.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I didn't get that. Thank you so much. Okay, have you been able to do most of the test yet?
Yeah, I did the independent t-score. I guess independent t-test.
Okay, that's what I just did too. So for the degrees of freedom, I got 37.996.
Wait, well,
I got 37.996.
yep.
Okay, and then what's the next question? So the sample and standard deviation for list 2. What does that mean?
Oh, okay. It just wants to know. I think the second list is yeah, it's Rexburg.
Idaho Falls. It's Rexburg.
Yeah, it lists it as
Okay,
two.
so 206.637.
Yeah, 206.637. Yeah.
Awesome.
637.
What is the test statistic? That's such a tongue twister for me. 0.434.
Yeah.
And the p-value. Okay, so wait, I mean, not.
Do you need to
Hold
put that?
on.
Do you need to put that
Yeah,
as
I
an or
just gonna ask you that. I didn't put it at that. Darn it.
uh
Here we were.
because I think on the answer key they just put plus or minus.
Oh yeah, I did notice that. Um, no, I was just noticing that we didn't put at least I didn't put the confidence interval at 90%. I did it at 95%.
Mm-hmm.
So our degrees of freedom, though, are the same. Our test value is actually the exact same at 90%.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they did a plus or minus of the t-value, and we don't have any way of entering that in on the computer. So I think I'm just going to stick with the positive here.
Yeah, I'll say positive.
I'm trying to think like if you switch the list numbers, if it would do anything. I don't know. But okay, so I got 666.666 for the
Yeah.
probability, but it should just be half of it, right? Because it's a one-tailed test.
Is it the one?
Well, just because mu is what's it?
Oh
The
yeah, it
prob-
is.
yeah, it's
You're
just
right.
it's a 0.333 then, and we failed to reject the null.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. And then the next one is suppose alternative hypothesis is mu1 is equal to mu2. What is the correct decision based on the evidence? I
We
think it's
still failed to reject it.
yeah.
Okay, we got another one here. Luckily these aren't too bad. Isn't that the 95% level?
Is it?
Let me check. I don't know.
Yeah. Number 16 is the 95 confidence interval.
Okay, perfect. Something's not right there.
Alright, what did you get from the main? Just to make sure.
Oh, hold on. I just did the. I ran it wrong, so. Compare the independent sample. That should be better. Okay, I got 16.66 for the mean for Colorado and 15.2 for the mean for Utah.
You said 15.2 for Utah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. So, what's the first question on the quiz? What is the appropriate alternative hypothesis? I didn't even read it. Okay.
First time using same time expression. Third one, the second down set. Using same time expression students from fifth freshman from Utah. Freshman from Utah, fifth zones, different number of times, and then. Oh. I think it might just be not equal to.
Yeah, I agree. So then the p-value is going to. So I got 0.845 for the t.
Yeah, 0.5.
And then we don't have to change the p-value then, it's just 0.410.
Fail to.
Yeah, fail to reject. And the confidence interval is just on here. Let's see.
Negative 2.204. Lower.
And
5.137.
0.517. Let me make sure that's what I have. Yep, 0.5137. Yeah. Okay, is that it? Ready? Any questions on it? Okay, let's see here.
Huh?
Oh,
Let's
no.
do a.
For 8, I put 0.434.
I said it was wrong. They need to put the
Yeah.
negative.
Maybe it's a negative.
Oh, because it was one-sided.
Didn't we but does that make a difference for the t-score?
Yeah, because I think originally when we thought it was two-sided.
Oh, so it would have been negative for
Yeah,
positive.
when we got the number 9, we realized it was one-sided, but it changed the negative.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, then we also got number 16 wrong.
Oh, I got it right.
Oh, you did? Dang it, I just typed it in wrong. Oh,
Did you
I
put?
put 0.5137 and then I didn't. I did. I mean, I didn't put the decimal in the right place. Darn it.
Oh.
That's alright. Just those little things. Oh well. But we did well in everything else, which is really good.
Yeah.
But that's the lowest I think we've done so far. So we'll step it up next time. Hey, thanks for always pasting the link. Are you okay to do that again? I feel now that since I got it there, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, Colby always does that. Like I could definitely do more if we needed it.
Oh yeah, I have no problem doing it. Uh,
Okay.
I kind of wonder why she gave you 0. She didn't even give me a score for mine.
Well, I think I'll email her. I wonder. I don't know why that is. If it just automatically put it there for some reason because of the
Yeah,
passive.
sometimes they can like program the computer that automatically put it in, or maybe they
Yeah.
just put it in. Oh, I did that before. Teach you to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just if it doesn't change like by tomorrow or something, I'll just email her. Or by Saturday, I'll just say, hey,
Yeah.
that happened. So perfect. Well, thanks so much, Colby. I hope you have a great night.
Mhm.
And then we don't have an exam this week, but maybe in the next week or two, I think.
Yeah, I know there is one. Yeah, it's next week.
Next week, okay. Alrighty, sounds good. Okay,
All
well,
right.
have a great weekend then. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Yeah, on Tuesday.
Okay, thanks. See ya.